Welcome everybody to another episode of the Nerd Continuity, where we talk about design, development, and all other random stuff that we find online. Today I have the pleasure to have a guest on the channel, and it's a really old friend that I met back in Italy when I was in Italy, I think 7 or 6 years ago. We ended up meeting in the office. We were working together in the same company, and I started to know her and knowing her story, and it was a pretty amazing story. You will hear her background. It's like she traveled a lot, and she's an incredible person. But the reason why I invited her on the channel, other than because it's amazing talking with her and it's just such a pleasure spending time with her, it's because she recently opened an online community about her passion about writing and traveling. So she decided to open a travel blog in 2015. That it's something kind of crazy because this environment, the environment of a travel blogging, or just the blogging itself, it's a really crowded thing. It's really hard to find your place in this crowded ecosystem. It's really hard to build an audience and being consistent with these things because of all the just amount of information that are around us. So she was amazing. She started everything in 2015 without knowing anything, and I remember she actually contacted me on Skype. I was already here in Canada. She's still in Italy. She lives in Italy and travels in Europe. So she contacted me on Skype and she asked me some help, some information about how a blog works, how to open a blog, and all this kind of stuff. And of course, I suggested her to use WordPress, and she did. She used WordPress. She still uses WordPress, and she skyrocketed her social media presence and her traffic on her website, and she learned everything by herself. She studied, she practiced, she did everything by herself. She didn't hire anyone to do it. So she set it up everything. She set it up WordPress, she installed the theme, and she started blogging on this platform. And this is the interesting part, from my point of view, from a developer point of view, knowing what is the actual learning curve of WordPress or whatever other CMS or framework for a non-techie person, for a non-tech savvy person. And the conversation went, and of course we started talking about different things, but her story is really interesting, and her commitment in making these thing this travel blogging work, and making this travel blogging stuff her daily job, dedicating her entire life, her entire day to this, was just really mind-blowing. And the growth that she had is fantastic. I would have never imagined something like that, not because of her, but because of, as I said, the crowded space and the crowded environment of social media and the blogging ecosystem. So I think I should stop talking. I should stop blabbing with all this stuff. So enjoy this fantastic interview with Eliana on this episode of the Nerd Continuity about her travel blog and her business called Jacko Travels. Hi, Eliana. How's it going?
Hi, Alessandra. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for participating in this episode of the Nerd Continuity.
Thank you.
Okay, so I don't think my audience knows you. I don't think anybody here in this channel knows you. You're specific targeted. You have a targeted audience about travel, I think. But before I start saying something wrong, please introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do? And what do you like?
My name is Eliana, and I'm Italian, and I am a web writer and travel blogger based in the countryside near Rome. I love writing and traveling, of course, discovering small and ancient villages, and photographing and reading. I read a lot of books, and I enjoy staying in the nature. So any activity related to hiking or trekking. And I approached the travel world when I was 6, because my family and I moved to Brussels because in that period my father was working for the European Commission. And 1 year later, we moved back to Italy. And I didn't travel abroad again until I was 19, I think, yes. And after my graduation in Oriental Studies, I graduated in Chinese. I moved to Beijing alone. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
And then in London for 6 months. And when I was in London, I realized that I don't like to live in crowded cities. So I moved back to Italy, and now here I am.
Oh, awesome. Wow, that's a really concise and short description of your entire life. Yeah, that's amazing. Usually during these interviews, this is the worst question ever. Like, describe yourself in few minutes.
Yeah,
Everyone.
because nobody wants to talk about it.
Exactly. So, wow, you moved to Beijing when, how old were you when you moved there?
I was 22. Yeah.
And you
The
moved
first
there?
time I went to Beijing for a semester, I was 22, and then 23. Yeah.
Wow. Completely alone?
Yes,
Holy
alone.
shit. Oh, sorry. Yes. Right.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us something about that experience. Like, what did you like and what you didn't like about living in Beijing for 1 year?
Fortunately, the positive things are more than the negatives
Okay.
one. And yeah, it was extraordinary experience. I told you that I was totally crazy because I went there alone, and I didn't have any hotel booking. No, wait,
Okay.
I thought I had, but when I arrived in Beijing, then I found out that there was no booking, and and I spent my hours trying to understand, and then I found out that there was a very important festival in Beijing, so all the hotels were already booked. They
Oh my
were
God.
full. Yeah, and I couldn't express very well in Chinese, and the staff at the hotel couldn't speak English.
Perfect.
So it was, yeah, it was perfect. But then I met an Italian girl and her friends, and so I made friends very easily at school. So everything
worked out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. Thanks to the Italians abroad that they help each other, right?
Yeah.
Interesting story. Like, I'm gonna do like a small digression. I met a girl, like my girlfriend met a girl the other day, an Italian girl, that she's here and she was completely alone. And now basically we're carrying her around to show her the city, and she's like, she made friends with us. But I don't know. I think it's kind of easy to make friends with this someone from your own country, like from your own place. Like, it's easier, other than the more obvious reason there is the language. I think there's like a different connection that you have because you're both living in a foreign country and you're both having a completely different experience.
Yeah, this is true. But I also made a lot of friends from other countries, like Russians, from a lot from Spain, USA.
Awesome. So you went there to study or to work?
To study.
Oh, to study Chinese itself there? Okay.
Yeah, because I graduated in Chinese,
Yeah.
so it was the obvious choice to go there.
Well, not everyone does that. Like, I graduated Chinese, never going to China. Okay. What are like? I'm not following the list of questions that I sent you because it's interesting. But can you give us like a couple of misconceptions about Chinese culture? Like something that you thought was true and you didn't like it, but then after you lived there, you understood better the culture and you just like destroy your own misconceptions about it?
Yeah, the first thing, and it's not true that Chinese people eat dogs.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean,
Sometimes.
sometimes in some restaurants you can find dog meat,
Uh-huh.
but they are specialized in dog meat. So if you go to a normal restaurant, you won't find
Okay.
dog meat.
Okay.
And so, and it's not true that they eat insects. There is a street market in Wanfujin where you can find a lot of stands with the sticks with insects,
Yeah.
scorpions,
Yeah. Oh.
and yeah. But Chinese people can be very disgusted
Yeah.
to eat. Yeah. And sometimes when they see Western people eating scorpions or other insects, they are really surprised. They start taking photos of you, video, and
Because it's unusual for them as well, right?
yeah,
Ah,
yeah, yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, I think it's something. Well, probably you know better than me because you travel a lot. But when you start like traveling, you realize that all the things that you knew and all the information that you got from televisions or other media about other countries are mostly wrong,
yeah.
right?
This is true. I didn't know that Chinese people split. They split a lot.
Oh,
So you are working on the streets and you're thinking your stuff, and then you hear someone to split, and at the beginning it's really uh,
gross.
it's yeah, it's
Oh
really
yeah,
strange for you
yeah.
because you hear them for so the
Ah,
tears.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God. So like
it's
they
very
yeah, they
very
spit with passion and commitment, right? Okay, great. Lovely.
but it was something I wasn't used
Yeah.
to. And
Now you spit around every day, also in your apartment. Now you're so used to it. Good morning, good morning. Right?
yeah, and even women do it.
Oh, okay. Well, of course. No
Yeah,
discrimination about it. Like,
all the women. Yeah, yeah, it's totally normal for
okay,
them.
that's great. Awesome. Okay, let's get back on track. So,
I-
you have a travel blog, right?
Mhm.
What is
Yeah,
this about? When did you open it? How did you start it?
I opened it in July 2015,
Oh,
and
that's.
yeah, it focuses on my travel experiences,
Mhm.
and it features my budget and low impact tips. And it also reflects my personal life philosophy
Mhm.
because I really like to express my values and principles to create a strong connection with my readers.
Mhm.
So you find my reflections and also practical information about travel destination I
Mhm.
visited.
Nice, interesting. Was a choice like dictated by the circumstances of like doing low budget travels, like because economically wise, it's hard to like spend a lot of money to travel, or you decided to I wanna travel low budget, I wanna do it even if I could like go, I don't know, spend like thousands of dollars and having a
No,
fancy traveling experience.
no, it was because I travel a low budget
Okay.
most of the times, and I prefer to travel in low season
Mm-hmm.
because the air company fares are cheaper.
Yeah.
So if I travel in November and in January and February, they are the cheapest month,
Yeah.
and so I can save money to travel again. And so
Interesting.
yeah, and I always try to not to travel in August and December because they are the periods most expensive
Yeah. And
if you buy
probably
the
you meet a lot of people like they're the busiest. like
Yeah,
crowded
this is also
months.
a reason. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like
Because you
crowded
hate
places.
people, right? No.
No,
I
no,
hate
I'm
people.
not social phobic. I'm
No.
not social phobic, but yeah, I really enjoy to travel
Yeah.
very slowly. And so I don't like
Nice.
when there are a lot of people on buses because, of course, I use public
Yeah.
transportation. So
Fantastic. Oh, awesome. And what came first? Like your passion of traveling, and then you decided, oh, let's open a blog, or you decided, let's open a blog so I can travel and tell it on my blog.
no, it was because I love writing, and
Okay.
I've been writing since I was a child.
Awesome.
So it came from a need to write, and I started traveling very late.
Mm-hmm.
When I told you, when I was 19,
Yeah.
but as soon as I started travel, I I knew that I really like it,
Yeah. Awesome.
and so I tried to combine these two passions.
Mm-hmm. Before having a blog, you used to keep a journal or a diary about your travel experiences?
Yeah, a diary,
Uh-huh.
a kind of diary, like
Nice.
online diary because it was online.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't have any blog when I was in China, so I used to write down my thoughts on or write very long emails.
Nice.
Yeah, to my family.
Oh, that's beautiful. Awesome. Well, so is your blog based on WordPress, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And before opening your blog in July 2015, you never used WordPress before, right?
No, never.
Okay. So tell us about it. Like, how was this impact of using WordPress as a blogging platform?
It was pretty difficult to me
Uh-huh.
because 2 years ago I wasn't very techy person, and I didn't even know the difference between a domain and a hosting.
Me
So
neither.
I
It's
had
fine. No one
I had
knows.
yeah, and I had to start from the ABC.
Yeah.
And at the first time I tried to open a blog because I tried many times. And the first time I started reading a lot of articles on the web,
Uh-huh.
but I soon realized that it was the wrong approach.
Mm.
And fortunately, I found some useful tutorials on YouTube that showed me what to do step by step. And after learning the basic stuff, I bought a domain, a hosting plan,
Mm-hmm.
and a professional theme because I really wanted to do it seriously
Yeah.
from the beginning. And in the first period, I spent from 6 to 8 hours per day to study and choosing new plugins, the
Oh.
more efficient for my blog,
Oh.
and reading books, ordering new books, reading reviews about books on about WordPress.
Of course.
Yeah, and when my blog was finally ready, I started writing, opening social channels.
Nice. Oh, wow. Look at that. So it was like it became a full-time job basically just to before even starting, you were already doing full-time on your blog.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it was very useful.
yes, of course. So now you're a super IT expert. You can do this
Not
for work.
super, but
Awesome. So, which platform did you use, or like which e-commerce did you use to buy your professional theme?
theme forest.
Oh, nice. I love them. They're fucking great.
Uh, so I choose
Yeah.
well because I read the blog of a famous web marketer
Mm-hmm.
here in Italy, and he was recommending this e-commerce.
Yeah, awesome. And how many plugins do you have currently activated on your website?
Not many, because I know it's better not to have many plugins
Yeah.
on your blog. I think I haven't counted them, but
Yeah.
I think 15 maybe roughly.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. I saw worse, so it's fine.
Okay.
Awesome. How was like after all this process of finding the right theme, setting up your domain, your hosting, and everything was ready? How was the experience from the editor point of view? Now you had just to write. So how is WordPress for you in a matter of content management? So writing, publishing, scheduling. How do you find it?
Mm, it's pretty easy to use it
Mhm.
now, and very very intuitive.
So it wasn't hard, like it was really
No,
natural.
yes,
Oh, did
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
ever make a mistake? Like one day you did something really wrong, like accidentally deleted an entire blog post or did
Oh,
something
oh no, no, no,
terrible? No,
no.
never.
Thank God. No, no, thank God.
Do you use a
I
backup
haven't.
system or something?
Yes, I have.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but once I really got scared because I was uploading my photos on
Uh-huh.
the article, and suddenly WordPress stopped working.
Uh-huh.
So it was no longer uploading the photos. I don't know why, and I contacted SiteGround, because I have SiteGround,
Uh-huh.
and they're very nice because they helped me to understand what happened. But they couldn't understand, because so I was explaining them what happened,
Yeah.
and but they said it was normal. Everything they checked,
Yeah.
and everything was normal.
Okay.
And after like 2 hours, it started working again. So I don't know what happened
Random
actually.
behavior sometimes happens. It's okay. One question that so I in the past I help a lot. I built a lot of WordPress themes for travel bloggers or other like bloggers or photographers that want to put their photo online. Um,
Mhm.
uh, do you optimize your pictures before uploading them, or you just like take them from the camera and just slap them
No, I
online?
do. I
Okay.
optimize them.
Okay. Well, did you already know that you had to do it, or at the beginning you were trying to upload like gigantic
Yes,
photos? Yeah.
yes, I was. It was so slow, and
Yeah.
so oh my God, because I upload a lot of photos on each article, like 20 photos,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh my God, I have to wait so long for each photo, and then I understood that I was doing wrong.
Nice, awesome.
So
Well, it's everyone has this like entry point where they don't understand that you take a picture with the camera and it's just like massive quality. You cannot put
yeah,
it online and it's gonna destroy your
no.
connection.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to edit on Photoshop, and now I know.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. No, I'm really impressed about your site. It's really good. It's really well curated. Your content is fantastic. So you can,
Thank you very
I
much.
don't know, bro. You can see your passion and your commitment about it. The other thing that I'm impressed about is how your community online, because basically you opened a community in a sense. You open
Mm.
your travel blog and now you have users following your adventures or travels. How quickly your community grew in a matter of a year or less than a year.
Uh, I want to tell you how it started,
Go for
because
it.
it's really funny. At the beginning, nobody knew me, and my traffic was zero.
Oh,
And yeah, I felt so stupid because
come
yeah, because I
on.
was writing articles and posting on social networks, and
Uh-huh.
nobody was commenting. And I tried to force my brothers and sister to leave a comment, or to put a like, but they didn't.
Oh, come
And
on.
yeah, it was horrible,
Okay.
and it looked like I was talking to myself. And um, like I was a kind of exhibitionist person,
Yeah.
but I am not. And but I knew anyway. I knew that it would have taken some time uh, before people to start to comment to.
Yeah.
And so I kept writing and posting regularly and on social media. And after 1 month later, so like around August 2015, I more or less, 1 month and a half after opening my blog, I checked on Google Analytics and I had 1,500 unique visitors. And I thought, which is nothing.
Okay.
But anyway,
Wow.
I thought, okay, at least 1,500 people are reading what I wrote. And this gave me the strength to keep writing.
Yeah.
And I understood straight away the importance of social networks, and I started to study to strengthen my social presence. And I started working seriously on Instagram, which is the social network I prefer.
Yeah.
And my account grew very fast, quickly, and even on Google Plus, which is the most treated badly social network, I had 1,000 followers after 5 months, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah, and people started commenting or emailing me or message me, say thank you for the information or for my enthusiastic approach. And so I don't know how to say how I made it, but it was all about I studied a lot.
Yeah.
I attended online courses, and I read a lot of books about social networks.
Yeah.
And
So
I bought a course for Instagram.
Oh, wow.
And this helped me a lot.
Awesome. Wow. Fantastic. So it's like, it's beautiful. It's like a wonderful story because it shows like how commitment and consistency can give you back something, even if you have that first impact that it's super disruptive. Like you start publishing, you have 0 followers. Like this is horrible. But you don't have to, you don't have to put yourself down. You have to like keep up, keep going. It's a crowded environment, the internet. So making it or like trying to be visible, it's hard. It takes time. Was ever one specific blog post or one specific article that had like created more traffic compared to the others?
Oh, yeah. So once I published a guest post on a big blog, Italian blog, and it's pretty famous here in Italy. And it was about my story. So I told my story, and because before opening the blog, I worked in a company based in Rome in the import and export field. And at the beginning, I was very enthusiastic about my job because it was related to my studies, so languages. But a few months later, I realized that I wasn't fully satisfied because my tasks were very repetitive and my role didn't require any creativity. And in that period, I started reading the stories about successful people who had transformed their passions into a career. And so I began to daydream to do the same. But I wasn't brave enough to step out of my comfort zone. And the opportunity came when I was laid off from my job.
Mm-hmm.
And I understood that I had finally the chance to try, and the adventure started. So
Awesome.
I told this story on this blog, and a lot of people were very, very curious about my story, and they emailed me. They asked me questions, how to quit the job,
Wow.
and to follow.
For real?
Yeah,
Wow.
they were very nice, and I felt very, very good, and they started to follow me, on my blog. So this was the beginning,
Yeah.
and it was in September. Yeah. So 2 months. After 2 months,
Yeah.
I opened the blog, and then one of my most read
Yeah.
article is are all they all are about my reflections, and another one is about travel destination Malta. What to do in Malta in winter, because I went to Malta last year in January.
Yeah,
And I
usually
know,
people don't go to Malta
yes,
in
and
winter.
because Ryanair is flying to Malta, and they have very low cost plane tickets, like around 20 euros. So especially during the winter, so a lot of people are going to Malta in winter, and they want to know what to do in winter.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I wrote this article, and this is one of the most read with the reflection.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, so it's interesting the guest post in the famous type of blog, because sometimes happens, or I saw that really often, that people that they start a new blog, they want to keep it sort of like for themselves. Like they don't want to be featured in another post, or like be a guest in another channel, because I don't know, they want to make their own thing, and they don't want to just go around. Instead, I think it's important to share and participate in other communities. And
yes, this is I totally agree with you. I know, I'm pretty jealous of my articles, and because sometimes I feel very inspired, and I don't want to leave my articles to other blogs.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but it's really important, especially at the beginning, because nobody knows you.
Yeah.
So, and if you find a popular blog, of course you will get more readers, because they will read your story, or your article about a travel destination, and then they will be, if they will be interested to follow you.
Nice.
If they are impressed about your story or your article or writing style.
Yeah, that's really true. That's really great. It's important. Oh, congratulations. How is it hard sometimes to keep moving forward, like to keep going and finding new ideas, keep writing?
It really is. It's really hard. I'm an optimistic person, so I always try to transmit a positive message to people. But people are not aware of what happens behind the blog and social channels.
Of course.
And it's better. They see only the positive things.
Yeah.
And what is really hard to cope with for me is when I get a lot of requests, or I have to work on a lot of projects at the same time. And when it happens, I work more than 8 hours per day, and even on weekends. But anyway, it is fine. Because on the other hand, there are peaceful periods, and the translation is no money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I prefer very crowded periods.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's so you work on these projects for your clients or other companies, and at the same time you have to update your social media and keep writing for your blog. And it's a lot of stuff.
It's really stressful sometimes.
It is.
Oh, wow.
And, I have to find new ideas for new articles, and I normally, when I'm not traveling abroad, I talk about Tuscia, which is the area, my region where I live. So of course, I'm specialized in this area.
Of course.
Because I grew up here.
So it's another. What's that?
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was born here.
Oh,
so I know this area very well.
Oh, well. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's interesting because I met a lot of, like, also on my channel, sometimes I get requests from other users that are really young and they want to open a community, or, like, for example, I met a guy that told me, like, I would like to be a travel blogger, but I have, like, zero money to travel and I don't know what to write. And you basically are giving the suggestion to write what you know, write about your country, write about your town, because it doesn't matter that you lived in that place for your entire life. Like, there are billions of people that never came there, that never went there, and they don't know anything about it. So you have material even if you don't have the money to go far away.
Yeah, this is true. And at the beginning, I told you that I really loved discovering ancient villages. And here in Italy, we have a lot of ancient villages. They are beautiful. And once one guy told me that he was very interested in my blog because he doesn't have time to travel abroad. But through my blog, he discovers new places here in Italy, these villages. Yeah, so I was very, very happy to hear that.
It's inspiring, I think, what you're doing. It's really inspiring also for other people. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Do you feel good?
Yeah.
It's satisfying, right? Like you found fulfillment in your job, in something that you love.
Yeah. This is true, and I don't care if I work a lot, if I have stressful periods, because I'm finally happy of what I'm doing. So
that's fantastic. That's like that's the goal of basically the entire humankind. So
even if because I don't have a fixed income, so there are very difficult periods, like economically speaking, but I'm very positive, so I'm sure that the best has yet to come. So
fantastic. Oh, wow. Holy shit. I should step up my game here. Okay, wow. Tough question. Have you ever thought that you did or you made the wrong decision? That is like, oh, this is fucked. I should have done something different.
No, never so far. And because I'm very happy about my life now, and because I have finally pursued my dream. So this is what I was dreaming when I was a child.
Wow.
Because I told you I have been writing since I was a child. Even before I could write, I used to create poems, and my mother wrote them down on a notebook. And when I was a teenager, I spent all my weekends at home writing novels for my brothers. And it was crazy. It was
it was crazy. No, it wasn't. It's not. Like, you'd be surprised how many people do this. How many people they have this passion inside that they have to exteriorate with something. So
Yeah, so I have always dreamed to become a writer, but I knew that it was pretty difficult. So that's why I settled for my language studies,
Yeah.
which wasn't a bad decision at all anyway. And um, so now I'm doing what I thought when I was a teenager it was impossible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks to social media. Yeah.
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 Yeah, thanks Zuckerberg and
No, it's just
company.
like, no, social media are just like a medium that you use, but it's all about you. It's all about your commitment and your
Yeah, to
passion.
build the audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's not social media. You would have achieved something like that even without social media. I'm really sure about that. So
Thank you very much.
no problem. Another question. We know, like you told us a lot. What do you love about traveling and all the wonderful things? What do you hate about traveling, especially alone, because you travel a lot alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I don't really like to think what to bring with me. I yeah.
What?
Yeah, I wish I could have a suitcase already packed
Oh,
each
okay.
time for each travels and for each season. And yeah, that's why I travel with hand luggage only,
Hmm.
because it's cheaper.
Yeah, of course.
And mm, yeah, I travel alone most of the time, unless I'm traveling for work, and if I have a media trip, of course I will be with other journalists or bloggers. But when I travel for pleasure, I'm always alone. Oh, sometimes with some good friend.
Hmm.
But the thing is, they work in a company, they are employees, so they have strict periods for their vacations.
Yeah.
Or maybe we don't have a common travel destinations.
Hmm.
And so but anyway, the worst thing about traveling for me is to pack.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't think about it. Yeah. For me, it's kind of like the opposite. It's unpacking. Like, after you're done
Yeah,
your trip, unpacking, like, I
yeah.
leave my luggages closed for like a week until I start smelling like rotten stuff, like something really rancid and bad. It's like, okay, maybe I should open that thing. Yeah. Interesting. Awesome. So, we basically covered pretty much all the questions. There's a question I would like to ask you. Uh, what type of suggestion? It's sort of a double question. Like, if you could talk to yourself, to your 10 years younger self, from 10 years ago,
Mhm.
what would you like to tell yourself? And if you have a suggestion or something like a really important suggestion that you would like to give to someone else, some young girl or young boy that wants to do what you're doing.
Okay, so mm, I will tell myself um, that dreams come true. And because when I was a teenager, I was really scared about my dreams, because I was scared to fail.
Yeah.
But then I realized that it's like it's part of the learning process, and when you fail anyway, you learn something. So, and I will tell everybody not to be scared, not to be trapped by fears. And if you dream to transfer your passion for writing into a career, then expect to work and study a lot.
Yeah.
You will have to sacrifice your weekends, your free time,
Yeah.
to find online and offline clients. And it's not all about travels, because when you have a lot of work, you cannot travel.
Yeah.
And if you travel for pleasure, you're not, you don't get paid,
Yeah.
of course. So go for it if you really have a passion for it. If you see yourself in front of a computer most of the time, and if you enjoy working with social media, of course. Once I met in Greece a guy who was very interested in becoming a web writer, and he was asking me a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I told him, you have to use social media to strengthen your social presence, to personal branding. And he said that he didn't like, he wasn't on Facebook, he didn't want to be online. And I think this is not possible. If you want to blog, if you are working on the internet, then you have to show yourself.
Yeah.
People need to know who you are.
That's true. Wow. Holy shit. That's great. No, that's fantastic. It's really aligning, and you like, it's obvious that you found your spot and you found who you are, you want to be, and like you found your purpose in life, and that's great. It's something that pretty much everyone look forward to. Like, who am I gonna be? What am I gonna become? And WordPress, of course, helped you a lot about it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, would you like to recommend a book, like a really good book, not related to your experience, but a book that you think someone at least once in the lifetime should read?
Yeah, I would recommend The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Because I read this book when I was 16 years old, and it helped me a lot. And because the main theme is about finding one's destiny, so it's it's related. It's not related to my job or my experience, but it could really help one person, because it shows you that when you have a dream, the whole universe will conspire to make your dream true.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yeah.
I think I read that book. I don't remember. I'm the worst.
Maybe you should read it again.
I think I should. I think I should. Yeah, I definitely should. Okay, I'm gonna read it. That's my book for next month. I'm trying to read a book per month, but like I read 2 pages when I go before going to bed, and then I collapse. So it takes me like a year to read one single book. It's just like, oh my god, it's so tough. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. What about a movie? Do you have a movie would you like to recommend?
Yeah, one of my favorite movies is That Poets Society. It's pretty famous.
Yeah.
And with Robin Williams.
Yeah. Of course.
It's really beautiful movie.
Yeah. And the last one, a song. Do you have a song that would you like to recommend?
It's really a hard question, because there are a lot of good songs, and so so I would recommend a song I've been listening to these days, which is "Dreams" by Cranberries.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Welcome. Oh my god. Yes, it's so many memories coming back with that song. Yeah. Do you have a personal playlist that you usually listen to when you travel, or like when you're on a flight and you try to just like relax?
Yeah, I have. It depends mostly on my humor.
Yeah.
And but I listen from classic music to rock, hip hop.
Oh wow.
anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Pretty much like it's pretty difficult for me to find a creative person that doesn't listen to any type of music. Pretty much every time I ask you this question, if the person in front of me is really creative, the answer is usually I listen to everything. Like I don't listen only to these things. It's just like
Yeah.
I enjoy
And
everything.
if I need to be inspired, I will definitely listen to classic music
Yeah.
because it's really relaxing music. And yeah.
Awesome. So we're basically at the end of this beautiful interview. It's almost 1 hour. You didn't think it was possible. We're 47 minutes in.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, it was great. Did you have fun?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Of course.
awesome. Great. It wasn't too hard. Where can we find you online? Of course, I'm gonna put in the description below the video all your social media and links and stuff. So hopefully you're gonna get some audience from around the world. And
That would be nice.
yeah, yeah, definitely. But tell us where are you mostly active?
Everywhere.
Holy cow. Okay.
Facebook. So I'm very active on Facebook and Instagram
Mhm.
and Twitter,
Yeah.
but I'm also on Pinterest and on YouTube.
Oh.
I started with YouTube videos last year in
Oh.
November. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Really?
Oh, you
Oh,
missed my videos.
I'm not following you on YouTube. That's terrible. Like I love your Instagram feed. Like your pictures are really beautiful.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna check your YouTube. I'm gonna put your YouTube channel in the recommended of my channel. So
Okay.
that's yeah, no, fantastic,
It's a
awesome.
very baby account.
It's okay. It's okay. Everyone starts as a baby, so
Yeah.
it's not a problem. It's not a matter of like numbers of followers and stuff. It's like what you put in and like the heart that you put in what you do. So that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
this is because I'm improving because 2 years ago I didn't even have a good smartphone, and I had iPhone 3G.
Yeah.
I couldn't download new apps,
Yeah.
and uh, the photo quality was very low.
Yeah.
And so when I was abroad and I had to publish content on social media, I had to transfer the photos from my camera to the tablet and then wait for Wi-Fi connection.
Oh my God.
It was so tiring. Yeah, but finally last year I bought a professional smartphone,
Uh-huh.
and now I have a new computer because my first computer was very old and slow. And while it went me crazy while I was uploading and editing photos.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So now I have a new
yeah.
computer. I'm trying with creating videos.
Nice, fantastic. But this it's also interesting. Sorry, like I was going to conclude the video, but then you told me that, and something new came up. It's interesting because another thing that some other users or some other people like ask me when they want to start something like that, a community online, is like they tell me like I don't have the hardware, I don't have a good camera, I don't have a good computer, but you started doing this without a good computer or a good camera. Like you started, and it was hard, it was painful, but you did it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. It was very tiring for
Hmm.
me to transfer photos
Yeah.
from one electronic appliance to the other, and yeah, but yeah. Anyway, this if you don't have the right how do you say instruments,
Yeah.
uh,
Tools.
you don't. Okay, if you don't have the right tools, anyway, try. And when you will start earning money,
Yeah.
then you can invest the money
Yeah.
on your professional tools.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's a really good suggestion. It's yeah, it's like what blocks you sometimes is the seek
Yeah,
of perfection, because you want to be perfect since the first picture, since the first video, but it's a learning process. And
yeah, you can't be from the beginning. But at
yeah.
least I had a professional camera.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, that
Yeah,
helps definitely.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we're already at the end. We're really at the end right now. So that was fantastic. I had so much fun. I learned a lot. I learned like just disclaimer. I knew Eliana since I don't know 2010 or 2009 or something. Like we've been friends for a
Uh,
bunch of
uh,
years.
yeah,
Right? Yeah, more than 6 years, 6 years or like 7 years, I think, something like that.
yeah.
So, and I didn't know half of the things that you told me today. So it's great. I love learning new stuff about my friends. So it's beautiful. Thank you so much for your time, and
Thank you for inviting me
it
on
was
your YouTube channel.
it was a pleasure. And I hope to see you here in Vancouver doing some travel blogging here.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Canada is on the list, so
yes.
hopefully. Yeah, because there is a lot of nature,
Oh
so.
my God, that's too much sometimes. It's just nature. What do you want to do today? Another hike. Okay. That's it. That's what you do. Okay, well, thank you so much, and I wish you all the best, and hopefully I will
Thank
push
you.
some fantastic audience towards your social network. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye.